traders, the secret to my success, and I think the secret to your success, should lie in planning and patience. Planning and patience are two key things. So this is Dow Jones on the daily on the right and the weekly on the left. The S&Ps and Nasdaq look very, very similar. Nasdaq in particular had extreme RSI readings, so it's very overbought on the RSI. Now that can stay overbought for as long as it likes. It can stay overbought for the next 3 to 6 months, who knows? But I'm just cautious to see what this market wants to do. We've had Independence Day on Friday, so the Americans had a long weekend. Let's just see what they want to do into Monday. I mean, an extended market like that stands to reason we need some kind of pullback. And we've got FOMC minutes, 2 PM Eastern time on Wednesday, 7 PM UK time. So what are the markets going to do? Are they going to just dismiss that, assume that this is a very bullish market and just jump in, or are we going to see a lot of cautious trading in the early part of the week, hanging around, consolidating until we get that FOMC out of the way? Well, I'm going to reckon on the latter, particularly first on Monday, and just let the markets open. If they pull back 40-50 points and hold towards the second half of the session, then I'll consider getting in. Otherwise, I will just sit tight. My stocks done pretty well. I'm going to do a separate video on Monday for the stocks and look at some potential new entries. And on the short and the long side, staying cautious. Whenever a market gets very, very happy and very extended like this, last thing I want to do is do counter trend trade, but I always want to be prepared. I want to have some shorts ready just in case this market puts in a new high and a new low next day. In other words, starts to look shaky and starts to potentially put in a sell signal. But in the meantime, trade the trend. Trend is your friend till it ends. So just keep buying pullbacks in indices and the pound, which is extremely strong. The pound is the darling of the forex market, and we'll just look at that now. Okay. Right, forex. So we've got, let's go straight to the pound. This is the pound Aussie dollar in particular. This would be great on a pullback to 182. Okay, so it's had a good couple of days. And if we can drift in the early part of the week and get pullback to 182, and we've got Aussie jobs on Thursday, so that could bring this pair down to ground. In the meantime, if we come back to 182 and hold, I will buy. Otherwise, leave alone. Now the pound US is nice. Very, very strong weekly chart here. So 170.70 or 170.60 is major support. So I would be a buyer of the pound US at that level. Okay, you can see extreme RSI up here, high RSI on the weekly, extreme on the daily. So it is very overbought, but it trends your friend. Pound yen put in a bit of a hangman on Friday. Obviously very low volume, extremely low volume. The pullback to at least 174 on that one. 173.60 or 70 would even be better, which is that major support line I've got up there. What else have we got? Let's look at the euro. I was shorting euro US last week. Got a nice 60 points out of a down move, and I think that if we can recover to that monthly pivot at 136.30, then I think we may get another leg down. Euro data this week, not a lot, but if the data on Monday morning push that higher, it's a hammer-like bar here, but that's a very weak signal on the weekly that we have just about engulfed the previous week's action. So I would look to something like 136.30. Just remembered. We've got a gap fill at 136.45. So if the early part of the week can push that higher, 136.45, I will look for a short signal up there, and I think that's even swing tradable. If you get a entry there, ideally you need to go above 137. But to me, this euro is looking to short, and the overall riding pattern to me is this. If we look at the fibs, let me just tie this chart up. Okay, and now if I put the fibs on this price action here, looking at that low from July last year, and you can see the 135.20 is major support, so 134-ish, 135 is a big number, big support number. But overall, I'm looking for this to break that support under that resistance. So any pullbacks into this area here is a nice place to get short. 136.70 would be even better, to see if we can fall all the way down here. So push back into here, and we end up with a nice end pattern, which could take us down to some of these levels here. I think it's all a question of who's going to raise rates first. I think out of the euro zone versus the US economy, I think the US is much more likely to raise rates first. That would put this in a downtrend. And last week you've got a lot of red bars in there, so that is to me already in place. Euro yen therefore would follow. That should see some selling as well. We had a new high, close below next day, so that's a sell signal. So 139 on that is a potential sell, but I would much rather short the euro US than the euro yen. The ones I like, I'm seeing strength in the dollar. So US dollar CAD took a couple of small moves to the upside on this for a couple of small bits of profit last week. If you look at the, so we're still in a downtrend, and we've got potential daily 15-200 cross, I should say. And so if that overall, the CAD has got some great strength. So if that moves in that action and pulls up to 170.35, then we could see another leg down. Or of course 108 is the more likely area for a pullback to the short side in that one. So we've been selling for a good few months now. Been selling since middle of March. So any pullback in that one is a sell. And what else have we got? US dollar yen. Let's finish Forex on US dollar yen. It's a good weekly finish. Bit of a hangman on Friday on the quiet data. I would buy this one on a pullback to 101.50 for 102. So I want US dollar yen at 101.50. Possibly may not get down as high as that, but ultimately I'm looking for this to go back to 105. So if we just sink underneath that trend line for a short period, consolidate, and perhaps on FOMC announcement potentially burst up. Alright, that's a potential scenario for that one. So again, I'll sit tight and see how that one goes. Okay, so to sum up, I'm conscious that the equity indices are very extended, but prepared to just trend trade until we get any sort of real sell signal. Looking longer term, starting to look for some strength in the dollar, particularly US dollar yen, and would buy pullbacks in the pound and short any highs on the euro US, not the euro yen. Okay. The trading room will be open for Euro session Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll be in Skype contact on the US sessions on those days. Okay, so I'm limiting my time in the actual live trading room because I've got so much to do, so much I want to get done for the development of Happy Trade. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Please join me again, and Traders Round Table will be on why you need to be addicted to planning and not winning. Okay, I'll repeat that. Why you need to be addicted to planning and not winning. All will be explained on Traders Roundtable, so please join me for that. Okay, bye for now.